I swear, I feel like saying around the world.
Where's the link?
Link's in the like where it always is. It's in the HWR chat room and HWR show. Alright.
Seeing it.
Should be there. HWR chat room. We are live. Let me do something real quick. Bink. Bink. Turn it back on. Turn it off. And it should be set.
I am in H. Let's just go on, Joe, and I'll figure it out.
Hold on.
We're live on YouTube.
Yeah, we are live on YouTube. And we are live. Oh, that says we have phone events near you.
We done went and broke the internet.
We always break the internet. You know what it is? You know what it is? James is here.
Oh no! Don't blame this on me now.
Blame James.
Why is it saying that? It's like it should pop up. HWR chat room.
Oh, I almost said that's what she said. Right after you said it should pop up.
Well, if you said it, that would be what she said.
Huh?
If you said it, that would be what she said.
You got me.
Okay, HWR chat room group. Yep, that's where it should be. I like jelly. I like peanut butter. And we are supposedly live. I know we are live on YouTube and it shows up there.
Strike 3.
Probably.
You're out.
This is a Greek tragedy.
Yeah, right? It's... You know...
It should,
yeah,
but it's not.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us. We're having a few technical difficulties.
Actually, you know what? Why don't we cut the feed and start over?
I can do that. Alright, I'm stopping the feed. I'm going to restart it. And...
Don't go nowhere, people.
Yeah, said it, so...
Here we go again. We just fixed this past Saturday.
Yeah! Okay, it's starting up again. And it's sending data.
Send Colonel War if this data ain't working.
You know what it is? It's McMahon's It's Wrestling. They don't want us to...
Joe, I have stuff all the way from yesterday, and I still, once again, do not see it. In the Facebook group's HWR chat room, right?
Alright, hold on.
Check how it's going. Check some settings and stuff like that.
Well, I see it live. I'm gonna check here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it live.
Is it on?
I see posted to Scoldron's Realm.
Well, no. Well, it should not be there because I'm looking at the link right now. It says it should be going straight to HWR chat room. So that's what's going on. We are live on HWR show.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn off that stream. I'm gonna reset the channel. HWR show. I'm gonna try something else. Okay. Bing, turn you on. Lance, are we all good on YouTube?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, now it says online on there.
Hey!
Hey, what?
You said ba-da-ba-ba-bum-bum. Hey!
Yeah. For a minute, I thought you were going to be George the Animal Steel. Hey!
Nah, I ain't chewing up nobody, no turnbuckles.
Alright. I switched it. I checked it out on our HWR show like page on Facebook, and it went live there. So I'm switching it to the HWR chat room. So it's sending data to there. I do not know why.
I'm the kind of man.
Maybe they know. Maybe they know.
Yes, I know in the
They found us out, Ron.
Yeah, right.
Again? Again?
Fuck.
Damn it. It's just because I bet.
You know,
Well,
I'm tonight. Since it's not popping up. I don't know why it's not going to the chat room. I'm gonna send it to the like page and that's it, and then we'll share it from there.
Okay.
You realize we're gonna get 0 viewers. You realize that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying. I'm like.
Then you
putting
know
in
what? Hold on.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna try streaming.
And I'm getting crap from George right now.
Hey, George!
Because I'm getting
Finally.
crap in a Skype code.
It's like George
James has seen the same thing I am.
Uh huh.
I'm getting ready to, because I'm getting ready to pull it up.
Yeah.
Woo! New songs. Sorry. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna try streaming.
George, technical issues. What can we say? You know what, George? You're the tech guy.
I'll leave George away alone. He's just wanting to hear my sexy voice. You know. He's freaking out. He's getting angry.
He can
And you know
hear
what?
us. 'Cause he
I
checks
can
out
tell
on
you,
the
I can tell you
YouTube
right
page.
now. I can honestly tell you right now that I am looking at. Okay, here's the deal. I'm looking at the Facebook in the group section, and it's not letting me go send it there. Now,
What the hell?
now if I shut it off and I send it to HWR show like page, it sends me there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do something really different. I'm gonna restart the thing. Hold on.
Yeah, this crap needs to get fixed before next Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and like share it on
Up,
my
up, restream. That's what I'm saying. This is our tree of woe. Whoa.
This is a tree of bullshit.
James, you have a
Yes.
mute button?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because you're like, I'm hearing.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna leave the man in it. Let the man
He's
enjoy
eating
his
those
chips.
hamburgers to the homeless guy again.
It's hobo fights. Leave it alone.
I'm gonna need a hot pocket. I'm sorry.
Wait.
Ooh, what's
hot,
that?
hot pocket. Hot pockets don't crunch.
Hot pocket.
I'm sharing the link on my Facebook, you guys. If you want to go there and like share it or whatever to the YouTube page, that's all I did.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm sharing it. I'm sending it to the HWR chat room, and it's not letting me do it.
Okay.
Alright, let me try something. Hold on.
Boop doop doo 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 doom 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 doom
Hold on. What the fuck is going on here?
doom doom.
Hang on, I gotta go panel some shit.
All right, so we are live.
Oh,
on the
it's on.
we are
He's
now,
going off.
We are now live on the HWR show like page on YouTube and in HWR show on our page. So I don't have it's not my software. It's not my PC. It's it's Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I'm looking at it right now, we are live in HWR show page,
Yeah, and on
YouTube.
the
All right,
YouTube.
fuck it. So here we go. We're going straight, ladies and gentlemen. We are good. We are. What is this?
About as good to go as we're gonna get tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. And now I gotta fucking bring up my thing here. Um, you know what's funny? My first time, okay, where I'm off. You're not off, but I got home on time, and we get everything going. I have my software already set to go. It's not my fault, like Han Solo says.
I know.
I know. All right. First of all, we're gonna go real quick to the. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to HWR's disaster in the waiting. I mean, four corner rants.
Yeah. This is going a little long, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this
we'll
is 10 minutes long. We're having difficulties, but we're here live, and we are acting up. I am Joseph Scoldry Knight, the host of Four Corner Rants, and we are joined by not only by our three main people, but a special guest who was a part of HWR in the past. First of all, he is the incomparable one, Lance Moss. Lance, man, we were talking earlier.
Yes, we were, and you can catch me every Friday afternoon around lunchtime with Lunch with Lance, and you never know who's going to show up.
You know, I'm going to make a banner. I'm going to have that like a T-shirt made of Lunch with Lance.
Okay. But remember, we got to get James a T-shirt too.
I am taking
Queen
into
consideration.
Zoe, you read my mind.
You know, it's
You know, we have a cleaning lady that walks back and forth. We can have the cleaning lady at Holbrook. You know, maybe we get her a T-shirt too.
Yeah. You know what we got to do is,
we can find janitors. I'm sure we have janitors. You know what? I got a homeless guy up the street. He's a really nice guy. We can make a homeless guy who listens to HWR.
James feed?
What's that?
Is it the same homeless guy James used to feed when he was riding?
Apparently, but you know,
All right.
the show going.
She is the vicious vixen from Kentucky's Own Wrestling. She is the lovely but dangerous, the one who's still holding Dean Ambrose hostage. And you can see on your screen, Renee still in the audience saying, "Let Dean go." She is Zoe Nightshade.
I'm telling you, man, you guys are going to get me arrested and so help me God. If they lock me in the same cell as Sonny, I'm coming after you. But anyway.
Well, we won't want to do that to you.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want you catching anything.
But this is the Vicious Vixen. I want to give a shout out to one of our wrestlers, Sully Larkin, and his mom, Gwen. Keep them in your prayers. Just found out she was diagnosed with colon cancer.
All right. Yes, definitely sending our prayers to them over there. He is the warden of this insane asylum. He is Rickhead. Rick, we're technical difficulties, but we're making it. We're on the move.
The fucking Greek tragedy is what it is. Hello everyone. I'm the head of HWR, and let's get this shit going.
All right. He is our returning guest. He is James. How you doing, James?
Man, I've been gone for so long. I miss all of y'all.
There you go. He's the queen of the divas, everybody.
Oh my God.
He is the man that knows every crevice in Paige. So,
Oh, God.
Hey,
James,
I
get
don't
to
know if
the
I'm bragging
doctor.
about that or not.
James, get to the doctor and possibly the CDC.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
it's just bad because I have a picture of Becky Lynch now.
Okay. Well, before you had a picture of Paige, so we wanted to know if she autographed your belt in a certain way.
Agusha.
All right, we're gonna start real quick because we do have a packed show and we're cut on time. First of all, let's do the Tree of Woe, and the Tree of Woe is just this. It's a woe for us.
No.
Whoa. Joey Lawrence reference right there. Whoa. It doesn't seem so sunny for Tamara Sitch. Apparently Sunny, WWE Hall of Famer, who is still in the Hall of Fame, despite selling her ring, is once again locked up. She's again DWI. She's I guess Zoe, she loves that jail cell that she's in.
God. Girl, you gotta grow up. My 7-year-old is more mature than you are. Daggone, Sonny.
All right, Lance man, real quick, what do you think? You think Sunny needs like her own autographed or set up jail cell?
How the hell is this news? This is what time the 15th time. I'm pretty sure she's a habitual offender by now.
You know
She might as
what?
well just.
You know what was funny is Raw celebrates its anniversary. Sonny celebrates her arrest anniversaries. Rick, what do you think?
No comment. This is like not breaking news. I could care less.
All right, James.
I lost count at 20 arrests already. So,
There we go. All right, we're gonna go to the next trio. Well, the next branch of this is Zane. What is her name? Dana Warrior and Bruce Pritchard make their returns to the WWE. As Pritchard is the head of creative, while Dana Warrior, who was the wife of the Ultimate Warrior, thank you, Lance. And no, he's not snorting everybody certain things. She is on the writing staff now. Rick, I'm going to toss it to you because you love the Ultimate Warrior as much as I love.
Oh, you mean the Ultimate Bigot?
Yeah, as much as
I'm sorry, but this bitch, since he's passed away, she's been whoring herself out from the WWE. She's almost 50 and she looks like she's almost 70. She's skin and bone. I think she has absolutely no fucking... And she has no knowledge of the business. So what the fuck is she doing on creative? Especially in the women's roster. She doesn't know shit. Fucking woman, go find another fucking idea. You don't have to go ride on the fucking your husband's fucking coattails. I'm glad he's fucking dead. The world's a better place without him.
And you see Lance, and they say I'm the one that rants.
I knew Rick was going to rant about Dana Warrior.
All right, so let's go to you, Lance. What do you think?
Well, one, she looks like a blonde. One of the what's that chick everybody's freaking out about, Momo or whatever.
that Momo viral.
Yeah, but make her blonde. That's who she looks like. Anyway,
Oh my god!
Zoe, you just got a visual, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now we do not encourage everybody to take that challenge. It's a bogus challenge. Don't do it.
Anyway, basically, like Rick said, the hell she know about the business? Nothing. Her husband didn't know nothing about the business except for having to screw it up and be an asshole and probably a steroid addict.
There you go. Let's go to you, James. Pritchard and Dana.
Pritchard, I would see, because he has that history. He's been in the business. He's been in WWE. He's been in that position before. So I'm not surprised. I think this could help. But Dana Warrior, it reminds me of Vicky. If you remember Vicky, who joined WWE after Eddie died.
Me.
Yes, like that. So that's what I like. I kind of think about this thing with Dana.
All right. You know what? And then we're going to go to the final branch in this trio of whoa! He got cured! I can't believe it. Wow. What a thing. What miracle drugs did Roman Reigns get to cure his leukemia? I mean, everything I said, here's this guy. He pops back. He's heading to WrestleMania. He's doing shows. Wow. I mean, looks good. Maybe he lost a little bit of weight, but it wasn't like he's like true chemotherapy guy. And what does he do? Him and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose are forming the Shield again. Zoe, this is directed to you because your favorite person's in this group.
Well, I wouldn't say they're necessarily forming the Shield again, because on Monday night, they did come out there to help Ambrose whenever he was being attacked. However, they did not even acknowledge Ambrose really at all. And in fact, they left him there in the ring. But as far as Roman Reigns being back, I'm going to get hell for it, you guys. But I'm still going to say that I believe the whole thing with the leukemia, because miracles, they do happen. And whenever you are in great shape like Roman was, and you've got like really good doctors, anything can happen. All I can say is that for sure it definitely was real. Hey, congratulations, man. That's a milestone.
All right. Let's go to you, James. What do you think about the Shield and Roman Reigns?
I'm going to get shit for this too, honestly. I just think with Roman, I think they found it early, so I think
They did.
that's what's most likely it is that they found it early and they got it cured immediately, so he's back in remission. So it's like I can't say he faked it because he was the freaking Universal Champion at the time, so I can't say that. Speaking of the Shield, is what Zoe said is that really they left Dean Ambrose. I mean, they looked and turned, but I don't know if they actually reforming the Shield unless they putting Dean with them, and we find out Monday.
Yep, and we will continue to find out on this. You know what? And I'm gonna go to Rick. Rick, we've been at it back and forth about this. What do you think about Reigns coming back and all this?
Well, I wouldn't say we've been going back and forth. I think it's more of the rumors. But if you also remember it again, towards the around his career, where he took time off because of his leukemia, he was coming out like he was missing weeks at a time. So it's not like, oh, I'm working every day and all of a sudden, oh, I have leukemia. I think too many people are looking like that. So, and he also didn't have, it was another form of leukemia, forgive me for not exactly remembering it, but it was a mild case. And again, he was diagnosed when he was a kid, I think he said 17, correct me if I'm wrong. So, I'm sorry, I don't think he would fake something like that. And again, dropping the title makes no sense to me.
Absolutely. All right. So we're gonna see what happens. It's gonna be over.
Hey.
I know. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. All right, Lance. Go ahead.
Well, my side of it is, one, I'm with James. I think they just called it early. And honestly, I'm happy. Joseph, I know he is okay. But I know how they treated Roman Reigns. With some Cena juice!
Oh my god.
Hey, John Cena was known to be a quick healer. I mean, look at what happened in 2008 when he freaking came back and won the freaking Royal Rumble.
It's that damn Cena juice.
Yep. And again, I'm going to hope I want to see medical reports. I want to see this guy actually come out and say, yeah, you know what, I was in the hospital, I did this.
Yeah, he's going to show every single HIPAA law.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about at least,
hospitals.
at least something legitimate. Like, I'm not going to take your word for it. Vince has done shadier shit before. And with the ratings going down, here's this guy pops out of nowhere. Like, okay, guess what? I'm back. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to leave it be. And I'm going to hold my ground with it. I want to wait to see. I'm not that. I just got to say, you know what? Good that his leukemia is in remission. I'm glad that it's in remission and he's back. I'm just hoping that Wolverine healing factor that he has hopefully continues to get. Hopefully he gets better and that's it. I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna leave it be because one, I don't give a damn for the guy. Two, I still hold reservations. So, and speaking about the Miracle Wonder guy, it says this past Raw, Reigns opened up the show where he thanked everyone for supporting him. On his way out, Seth Rollins came out to welcome him back. And then we all saw the thing where Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins came and helped Dean Ambrose, who was getting his ass beat by McIntyre and the other jobbers. I'm just gonna put it like that. Now, they're trying to see if they could reform the Shield. Roman's supposed to go talk to Reigns, Roman's going to talk to Ambrose and see what they could try to click him out of this bad thing that he's in, and see him move forward. All right, so as you can see, as much as Rick doesn't like to talk about the ultimate bigot, I don't like to talk about Roman Reigns. Like I said, I can't wait to see what happens. And God forbid if this thing is all a gimmick and his little leukemia bullshit it turns out to be fake. Then they should tar and feather Vince, not Roman, because Roman's getting paid to
Tar and feather both of them.
Yeah,
it takes two to tango.
Well, you know what? If a boss tells you to do something, that's your paycheck. That's your livelihood. Go ahead, Lance. Let's just jump to you.
with CNC.
With this now, Reigns is back, leukemia's remission, and maybe possibly the Shield coming back.
Well, I kind of think they're going to do some sort of a run with Roman and Dean. That's about it.
Rick, I'm going to toss it to you. Do you think this is just the reason they're putting Dean and him back together? At least at this point, it's just to kind of give Reigns a little bit of an easier schedule?
No, I think, honestly, when it comes to this whole quote-unquote Shield thing, as they left, they both kind of looked back almost with regret about Ambrose's decision. Now, could Ambrose be considering renegotiating? There's rumors that he is booking up all the way to May. So, he might not have left you, but they probably came to some kind of a deal. But again, I'm not holding my breath. I do not try to proceed to see things that are actually happening. Until WWE says he's staying with the company, then I'm going with that. Till then, I'm going to go that he's moving on.
All right,
Zoe, go to your closet and find out.
Yeah, exactly. Let's toss it to Zoe.
The last time I opened that closet door to get a shirt out, he ran out and he got jumped at Raw. All right, so no. Not again. Anywho,
he got hit with a guitar on Raw.
Well, I mean, this most recent time he got jumped by Drew McIntyre and Steve Urkel on steroids and everything. Yeah, anyway. But I kind of do see them trying to put it back together in a way, but I don't see it happening. I do tell you what, though, I would love to see a heel Shield reform. And God help me, I would love to see the Wyatt family reform. I want to see another Wyatt family Shield feud.
You know what? And that'll be a good thing, I think, for Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, who had like a good, strong run, and they kind of humbled him. James, let's go to you on this, not on the Shield situation and what Zoe just brought up.
Well, I can't see a heel Shield reunion because of the fact of, you think about this, Seth Rollins is going after Brock for the Universal title. Roman Reigns just came back from leukemia, so he's going to be a favorite, and I don't know what they're going to do with Dean. So I still don't know with the Dean Ambrose situation. That's where that gets iffy because of that whole situation. Wyatt, they could, but they have to put Wyatt back on Raw instead of SmackDown, which I've heard rumors that he might be on SmackDown still.
Now, I've heard something wrong.
Well, only Zoe knows.
Yeah, because I heard that he was supposed to go for it. He was supposed to go for the WWE title, but I'm not too sure.
I tell you what, though, Vince McMahon, if you are listening to us, if you ain't gonna do a heel Shield, at least bring us some John Moxley.
You know what?
You'll get raped, man, buddy.
Or at least let Ambrose be Ambrose.
Yeah,
Moxley.
I kind of loved it when he was the Ambrose Asylum and he was doing crazy shit. Rick, final word on this?
I think we've been talking about this long enough. I think we've all agreed about, regarding where Dean Ambrose is going.
All right. Speaking about going a different direction, Ronda Rousey vacates the Raw Women's title after Becky Lynch goes after Ronda Rousey yet again. Cheetah Van Stephanie went to lift Becky Lynch's suspension. Stephanie didn't budge, so Ronda dropped the belt, said screw you and I'm not champion. I don't see what this accomplishes because, okay, now you just dropped the belt. The belt's not yours, so it's vacant. Your opponent, Charlotte, now automatically should be women's champion, Rick. Am I missing something?
Well, my guess on this whole take, they're trying. It's still. I think it's going to be a one-on-one Rousey with Becky Lynch. As far as you're dropping the title, this says pretty much you drop the title without actually being beat. So I think there's going to be some kind of maybe a specialty match between. I want to see a one-on-one. I think everybody's in agreement on that. I don't want to see a triple threat, especially in a main event. So I would definitely like to. I'm hoping that's a situation because Ronda Rousey has not even talked about Charlotte. She's been screaming, "I want Becky Lynch. I want Lynch." So this is a part of a storyline that's keeping the two apart. It's building that heat, and probably maybe a week or two before this is gonna all unravel. We'll see where that story goes from there.
Absolutely. You know what? And we did talk about how they were going to get the title off of Rousey. And this would be an excellent way for Becky to win the title without that mystique of saying, well, how is she's going to pin Ronda Rousey? Here she is. You know, the belt is vacant. So we'll have to see what happens. Let's go to you, James. This is your department. What do you think?
This is my department, isn't it? Okay. So really, honestly, Ronda technically did not vacate the title. She just dropped the belt, saying, "Hey, if I don't get Becky, I'm not gonna hold your title. I'm not gonna hold your belt. I want Becky Lynch. It's gonna be a triple threat. No matter, as much as people hate it, it's going to be a triple threat. Because I agree with JR in this point situation. Charlotte's like Hulk Hogan. Charlotte's the big, well, not that, but she's the big name of the women's division. Unfortunately, Ronda and Becky are the rising people, even though Ronda already has a big name. Becky, the triple threat is basically going to be a way for, if they really don't want to have Ronda get beat, have Becky beat Charlotte, and it's just. And if you looked at that Twitter feed between Ronda and Becky,
yeah.
I think someone forgot to put in kayfabe because Ronda's like, that looks fake. It's really, they're taking it to a nice level that we never see. They're taking it to an MMA promotional level. That's what I.
This is how wrestlers should interact with each other on Twitter.
Yep. Well, let's go to you, Lance. What do you think?
Well, like James said, we're getting a triple threat whether we like it or not. How I'm going to deal with that is called a very large bottle of wine.
well, if you also remember, SmackDown Charlotte did say she's going to Raw Monday, so that's where it's going to be built up at.
Yeah, we'll see Reed more and more, which is ho-hum. Let's go to you, Zoe.
Oh, God. Hang on, let me dry my tears. I was really, really hoping it was real that Rhonda was gone. Anywho, I can't stand that woman. I feel like there was probably a really good promo that was set up for that Monday night, but she did what she always does. She forgot her line, so she improvised a little bit. Rhonda needs more work. She needs a lot more work. Just put the belt on somebody deserving. Put it back on Little Miss Bliss. She killed it the whole time she was a champ. Other than that, we're going to get that stupid triple threat match like we get every pay-per-view.
Well, let's say this. If you want somebody to let somebody be Ronda's mouthpiece. That's all I'm saying.
But now, I have been following the whole Twitter thing, and they're taking it to another level. They're taking it to Vince McMahon's going to get on your butt level because you keep referencing men's genitals on Twitter whenever he's trying to be all wholesome and sweet. What he wants us to believe WWE is, that is. Rusev even posted a Twitter about it, saying that she is not a role model. She's not somebody that young girls need to look up to, talking about how Becky Lynch's arm looks like a dick and all this other junk. Come on.
Well, everybody, I think they're really taking it to a next level, which I approve. I think that's a hell of a
I do
good...
too.
Yeah, I think it's
I do too, but I feel like Vince has been nipped in the butt and say, no, not no more.
You know what? We don't know. Rick, what do you think?
Again, this is storyline. I think people are reading too much into it. Kayfabe is what it is. I don't think they write it up to a different level. It's always been pretty much UFC as wrestling. They've always been doing this to Ronda Rousey. So to me, it's just continuing storyline, nothing more.
All right. Lance?
Well, one, I think the whole Twitter thing is friggin' hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's going to get slapped down by Vince because it's going a little too far for his PG era bullshit.
Well, again, we will have to see what goes on because it's interesting. They're taking it to a new level that we've never seen in a long time. And if we had Twitter back in the 80s, I'm sure Flair and Magnum and Dusty and all these other
would have been arrested.
Yeah, Jesus, I know, right? Damn you,
Well,
Southerners.
I think the reason that everybody is so invested to the Twitter thing is because we're all sitting here, like, okay, how far is Vince going to let this go?
Yeah, what will probably happen too is they'll probably find a way to like end this crap and like, all right, that's enough. You people are getting out of line here. So, we'll see what happens.
We'll get the "we're sorry" tweets.
Yeah. All right. Continuing with what's been going on Monday Night Raw. Batista, if you guys remember him, he was in the Marvel movie, the Guardians of the Galaxy. He was a former WWE talent back in the Evolution days and so forth. Makes his return to Raw, and in great fashion, he interrupts Ric Flair's 170th birthday. I'm sorry, it's 70th birthday. But Batista charges into Ric Flair's locker room, drags him down the hall. Batista calls out Hunter while it's unofficial. The match will take place most likely at WrestleMania. It's only a matter of time before it's booked. I see Batista taking his aggravation out on Shawn Michaels next and patting his little chrome dome, beating the hell out of him, making him more cross-eyed than what he is, before Triple H says, now you're beating my little buddy. Look, now I'm going to have to come down and whip your ass. These things, you could tell WrestleMania is not living up to whatever hype they want to do when they're trying to build up these matches. Me, personally, I don't care. This is why I don't watch Raw and SmackDown, because I just don't care. This just kind of harkens back to Ric Flair, back when the Horsemen celebrated an anniversary back in the NWA, and Sting called him out, and that started the Sting-Flair feud back in the NWA in the 80s. So this is just kind of revising that idea and doing the same thing. Let's go to you, James. What do you think about Batista making his return and possibly Triple H going up against him?
I was really surprised on the ending of Raw with that situation. I thought Batista was going to be in the ring by the time they did that whole situation, but to have him basically quote unquote beat up Rick in the locker room was just hilarious. The Flair was like laughing, like you checked out laughing. It's very interesting. It intrigues you. I thought really this match wasn't going to happen because of the fact that Triple H was injured and he had to get surgery. I guess you have to put WrestleMania more better because it's 35 years. So
yeah, I don't know, Zoe. It's like, how much more can you see Batista? I would have preferred, and here's my take on it, I would have preferred Batista teaming up with Randy Orton, doing a little small brief Evolution group up, and they take out Triple H. Randy screaming that he wasn't, getting the push he needed and he wants to be a heel and all that stuff. This would have been more interesting than what they're doing now.
I mean, it's like James said, they're scraping for WrestleMania talent right now. I'm not looking forward to WrestleMania. I'll be honest with you, because so far the build-up freaking sucks. Other than that, I mean, I was kind of shocked at how Batista came back, but then I was sitting there asking myself, how many more times are they going to repeatedly let him come back? I mean, honestly. It's getting a little bit old. It's like every 2-3 years. Batista's back for like a month, maybe 2 months if we're lucky, and then he's gone again. So I don't know. And if this match does go on, it's just going to be a crap fest.
Yeah, again, we're waiting to see what transpires here. Um, again, I'm just gonna say I'm not a big fan. I don't care for uh, this situation. Let's go to you, Lance. What do you think?
Well, one, they made an old man happy because Ric Flair was loving that segment when because he got to be part of the main segment of Raw. So one, it made an old man happy, and two, well, finally a match that I know probably won't suck at WrestleMania because hey, last time these two had a match at WrestleMania, it was pretty freaking good. So hey, there's that. So okay.
All right, Rick. What do you think?
I think pretty much, Triple H has pretty much beaten all the Legend of WrestleMania. This is just another one, so nothing shocking here.
Yeah, you could tell. You know, fans, I'm going to stop and pull back a bit. You could tell that when it comes to wrestling nowadays, we're not surprised. We're not like, oh my God, this is this. I even stopped. You could say I even got off the bandwagon of AEW because they haven't done squat. They got billionaires' money and they haven't followed through with anything. So I don't know. I'm just like sitting back. So it's kind of this situation. We're just sitting back and it's like, well, they're trying to. I can see why WWE is trying to grasp at everything because it's not going anywhere. All right, let's go on to that.
I did remember something because they did remember that SmackDown 1000 and Triple H did. Batista did mention that Triple H never beat Batista, so I think that's what they're going with.
Huh? That could be it. Another thing too. All right, let's go on to the NXT side of things. Tommaso Ciampa is injured this past Tuesday on SmackDown Live. NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa injured his knee. Ciampa? I don't see a fucking H in his thing. I mean, who cares? That tomato guy, with the bald head and the big beard, fucking like everybody else on the roster. After taking a nasty bump from Sheamus, Ciampa was able to finish the match. The severity of his injury is not known at this time, but he has been removed from several bookings. Rick, I'm going to toss this one quickly to you. I think he had hurted his knee legitimately. I think in one takeover when he was taking on Johnny Gargano. I think am I correct here?
Yes, actually, earlier reports said that SmackDown Live Tommaso Ciampa had injured his knee after taking a nasty bump from Sheamus. He was able to finish the match, but the severity of the injury is not known at this time. There are other rumors that just he needed a neck surgery as he has what's called a spinal stenosis. Forgive me if I'm mentioning that. Basically, what it is, it's a pinching of the spinal cord and nerve roots, which leads to pain, cramping, weakness, or numbness. So, also what others are saying again that he's had some kind of a neck injury. I'm not sure which one to read. So take that for what you will.
Yeah, it's kind of I wouldn't be surprised to get that injuries because of the work they do in NXT and they take it to the next level.
Yes, his stenosis.
Yeah,
is not something that you get from injury. It is something that's it's like a medical issue that you pretty much had.
Right, but I think sometimes wrestling it exaggerates the pain a bit. I for the movements, and I don't know. Again, that's something we will keep an eye out on and see how well it goes. Let's go to you, James. What do you think?
James.
Well, I'm sorry, I had to unmute myself. The NXT, he's the champion of NXT. He's the NXT champion. He had the knee injury for a while. It was before Takeover Brooklyn, it was before Takeover Chicago. that there was the injury happened. So they could have re-aggravated that injury on that SmackDown last week, which was in New Orleans, which I saw live. And that was that bump was bad. But if it's a neck injury, a lot of people have had neck injury. Look at Edge, Paige, a couple others that has that same type of injury.
Well, that's very true, Zoe. Let's go to you on this. What do you think about his injury? Could it be that severe?
I mean, with the neck injury, any neck injury, it always, raises red flags because you don't know to what extent it is injured to. You know what I mean? They're going to have to constantly be checking him, more tests. Now, I do just want to clear up a little rumor about the injury. And this is what I saw on Facebook. Okay, I would check the comment section out on the story. All right. Everybody, for some reason, is solely blaming Sheamus. I'm serious. They're not even thinking about the neck injury. They're trying to say knee injury. They're blaming Sheamus. The thing is like you guys said, what he's got going on is not something that just happens out of nowhere. It builds up. It's a medical issue. If they really want to go off about it, I mean, that's them. But I'm just saying, freaking go back and do your research before you comment.
Absolutely. It's just like what happened with Paige. It's just like what happened with many people. Things happen in the business. And, sometimes, again, we see things that happen, and sometimes it's a little bit overboard at times. And you can't get hurt. Wrestling is a tough sport. Nobody thinks it's not because it's predetermined. But as you can see from these guys and girls, they get in there and they bust their ass, and they do a lot. Lance, what do you think?
Well, honestly, either way, whether it's his knee or his neck, Tommaso Ciampa is one of the best talents that has come out of NXT in quite some time. Now, this is actually going to throw quite a bit of wrenches in NXT's plans anyway. Because one, he was the champion, and from what I've seen, they were planning to have DIY, which is Ciampa and Gargano in the Dusty Classic.
Yeah.
All the matches already been taped, so it's like.
Okay, so that wouldn't be a factor then. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a factor.
It still
it might
sucks.
Be a factor. It might be a factor for if they do one or two more episodes that still need to clear up some more of the stuff, because they do need to clear up stuff that happened in that and the Dusty tournament finals.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks. So all I'm saying is, speedy recovery to Tommaso.
All right.
The only Richard problem is this NXT Championship. He has to defend it at TakeOver, so I don't know what they're going to do with that.
No, let's hope that he makes a speedy recovery, or that at least he takes his time getting that, pretty much he takes his time to get himself built back in. All right, another person that seems to be in bad shape is Howard Finkel, WWE legendary ring announcer. Howard Finkel's health is looking bad. According to Jerry Lawler, revealed that the WWE Hall of Famer Howard Finkel had a massive stroke, and the outcome is looking bleak. Finkel was a ring announcer for the WWFE for decades. Hell, I grew up watching this guy. And he was even part of a few angles. The Fink, as everybody knows, that's his kind of gimmick nickname for the ring, was loved by many of his peers and fans alike. Fink was the main announcer for the company for decades. Definitely us, I know in HWR, we all wish him speedy recovery. And, we send all our prayers to him and hope that he goes on. We're losing too many of great people in our time. And I hope the Fink gets better, because he's still got a lot to go for, still left in his life. Rick, I'm going to toss it to you. I grew up watching the Fink all the way back from the Saturday Night's Main Events to the big WrestleManias and so forth. You know, there's never been any ring announcer that has captured, and we're talking just ring announcer, that has captured, the fans like Howard Finkel.
Absolutely. I remember the Fink again. He had one of the greatest, voices of the company. Whatever her name is, Garcia, Lillian Garcia. To me, she was way over the top, trying to oversell. Where the Fink was just being himself. He had that really deep voice, but he was just great, and I think he melded well with the wrestling in that time. In his heyday today, would it work? That's questionable.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Let's go to you, Lance man.
Like I said, when it comes to the Fink, well, it's like this. Especially in the 80s, and honestly, up until, like, I want to say 98, he was the in-ring voice or ring announcer of the WWE, in my mind. So, honestly, hope he gets, again, speedy recovery to the Fink. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
All right, Zoe, let's go to you. What do you think about Howard Finkel?
I really don't have anything different than what you guys are saying. I mean, he's something else. Everybody knows Fink. Everybody loves Fink. Just you're in our prayers, man.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to you, James.
Yeah, anything. It's just like growing up. You see Fink in so many like different highlights or like videos and stuff. It's like he's there. He's been a part of WWE for a while, even if it's like the backstage or like doing some random storylines with people like Chris Jericho and all that stuff. Like he's been there. So prayers to the Fink.
All right, and again, fans, we hope he does have a speedy recovery. We don't want to see nobody else go. It's been a lot, we lost another person too. For you fans that don't know, and this is off the wrestling subject, she was Mona from the Who's the Boss. For the love of me, I'm gonna try to pull up her name because I don't remember it offhand. But she just died, and she was, I believe, 89 years old. And I'm just gonna pull it up real quick because, again, this is a person that I grew up watching, and she was on many talk shows. So we don't want to see the Fink go. We get losing too many people. So again, I hope our condolences for everybody. I hope the Fink gets well. We got now. Here it is. Bump to the bomb. Making a return to HWR. Something that we haven't seen in a good one. I'm glad it's back. Lance and his controversies, and there it is. There's the banner.
Yep. On a brighter note,
it is.
Tonight's controversy and scandal is the Chris Benoit murder-suicide. So, what we got here is on the 3-day period between June 22nd and June 24th, 2007, Chris Benoit killed his wife Nancy Benoit and suffocated their 7-year-old son Daniel before hanging himself. Autopsy results showed that Benoit's wife was murdered, and as she was bound at the feet and wrists and died of asphyxiation on 22nd. And Nancy was found wrapped in a towel with blood underneath her head. Although Fayette County District Attorney Scott Ballard, Ballard, reported no signs of struggle. The couple's son, Daniel Christopher Benoit, also died of asphyxia, apparently killed as he laid in bed on the morning of June 23rd. Then on the evening of the 24th, Benoit died of suicide in his weight room when he used a weightlifting machine to hang himself, breaking his own neck. He placed copies of the Bible alongside the bodies of his wife and son, as well as the third Bible by his weight machine. Since Benoit's suicide, numerous explanations of his actions have been proposed, including CTE, traumatic brain encephalopathy, steroid abuse, and a failing marriage.
And there's also the other thing that people bring up, Lance.
Sullivan.
Yep. Kevin Sullivan. Some people actually went out of the way to say that Kevin Sullivan, out of all people, could have killed Benoit and his family. Now, again, this is rumors. This is not something that we would say, yeah, it happened. No, this is something that, it's like one of those controversies. That's why Lance is reporting it.
Yep.
Me personally, it's really hard for me to really how can I put this? It's really hard to believe that Benoit would just snap one day and kill a beautiful woman like Nancy Benoit, who was the love of his life, even though they did have issues, and his son, who, even though his son had also some issues, he would kill him because he adored his son. His son had I forgot, his son was handicapped, I believe it was. Somebody remind me.
There have been multiple stories whether he was or whether he wasn't. Nancy's sister on Talk is Jericho said there was nothing wrong with Daniel mentally, but I've also heard thousands of other people say, yeah, there was. So take your pick.
All right, so Rick, let's go to you on this.
Well, it's a real touchy subject. I will say this: as when I was growing up, I was a huge Chris Benoit fan. When I first heard of the double murder-suicide, I was like appalled. I am a father. I had a rocky marriage, and the last thing I would ever do is, kill my son and, my wife. There has been, if you go through the news, there has been countless reports of issues within the marriage. She had several restraining orders. They had, she issued several divorces, but they've gotten back together. Some people said steroids, but the steroids he was on is called Symphonite. And it does two things. First, it's a muscle enhancer, and also comes a little blue bill to help men rise to the challenge. Make that of what you will.
Nugget power.
Yeah. But I think what happened was a failing marriage, and what happens sometimes is when it becomes so, really gut-wrenching and this really personal, people tend to snap. And I think what happened is he had a mental breakdown. He killed his wife. It took him 48 hours to conceive the finality of his issues, and he thought the only way he'd get out is, unfortunately, murdering his son and then hanging himself. So, again, I think that's really what it was. I'm not justifying what he did. What he did was completely deplorable. Excuse me for that. So, it's hard. I just remember him for the wrestler he was, and unfortunately, it still doesn't overlook what he's done.
Yeah, absolutely. We look at the situation, and wrestlers, just like movie actors and so forth, they go through the same trials and tribulations we do, and sometimes it's worse for them because they have to stand to a higher platform. And Chris Benoit, he, was an excellent worker, and he basically went, beyond, the average wrestler back in the day. He pushed himself completely from the independents to ECW to WCW to WWF to Japan. This guy really did a lot in his career, and it's sad. Again, I can never, being a father myself, I can never see myself going out and killing my kid and all that. That will, you could be as mad as you want at your kid, you could never do something like that. You want to choke him like Homer Simpson does Bart Simpson, like but you don't want to kill him. I, for me, this is kind of takes it to another level, because Chuck Rockin' Rebel did the same thing. He killed himself and his wife, who they were having troubles with, and I just remember the wrestler, not the person who he was. And in this case, I want to think of Benoit also as the wrestler who wowed me, who surprised me with moves, who put on hell of matches. Let's go to you, James.
Unfortunately, this whole controversy and scandals overshadows the fact that he's a Hall of Fame person. In his career, like, look what happened at WrestleMania 20. It's like he won the World Heavyweight title in that good triple threat match, and it's just like, this unfortunate thing is that at the time he was doing this, he was supposed to fight for the ECW title and could have possibly won that. But it's just like that unfortunate issue is that I have heard so many controversy, and I heard so many like conspiracy theories, like a killing instead of a murder suicide. It's just like there's much else to say, really.
All right. Now, he is not a Hall of Famer. WWE will not acknowledge him in the Hall of Fame. I don't think they even acknowledge him in their roll call of champions. So that's another.
They erased them. They erased them from history.
Yep. Which is
but they let him back on the network. They did return him back to the network, at least.
That's the only thing you can really do, is that the network. I mean, he's been part of a lot of different stuff, like, as I said, WrestleMania, WCW, and all that stuff. It's just, that's the only thing you can really do. Anything else you can't really do. You don't barely even see his name or mentions on anything, WWE, anything.
Yep. And again, I think WWE should forget what the person did and acknowledge what he did in the wrestling scene. But let's go to you, Zoe. What do you think?
Oh man, I really don't know what to say about it. I mean, like you guys said, it is a touchy subject. Nobody's gonna know what actually went down that night, because the three that do know, unfortunately, are no longer with us. If he did do it, I can't imagine by any means looking at Katie and just wanting to do something like that. I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I almost lost her while I was pregnant. So, yeah, I don't know.
All right. Lance, this is your controversies. You take it away.
Well, I kind of think what happened was kind of a combination of two reasons that they listed here. One, CTE, because some of them matches, when you see him walking to the ring, the lights are on, but nobody's home. But I also think in combination with the just tumultuous relationship that was between Nancy and Chris, he just snapped and did the unthinkable, and but like Zoe said, only 3 people know what happened that weekend, and unfortunately, none of them are here to tell the tale.
Absolutely. And again, it is the Benoit tragedy, and it's something that nobody would know. Nobody would know what happened behind closed doors. So with that, you know what? We're gonna end this show with that. We do have Fastlane coming up. Rick, when is Fastlane?
If I honestly don't know. I think it is going to be on the 10th.
Yes.
Don't
Yes,
know. Okay,
yep.
thank you.
Okay, so we will be doing our Fastlane pay-per-view picks. Try to say that, and we will bring everybody up to date on what's going on in the wrestling business. Right now, there's not much going on. Impact, we haven't heard anything. Ring of Honor just does shows. They have moved up 0. AEW, again, it's kind of like they did a big. They started out big, came out they came out of the gate, and the horse never round the corner. They follow through with it. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on when it comes to that. So for us here, HWR Four Corner Rants, I am Joseph Scoldren Knight, and I'm gonna say thanks for everybody showing up. We're gonna go over to our little ads part again. Some guys that are not here, but we will support them. First of all, he is Andy, that son of a bitch, Andy from Stoked Haunted. So if you like the paranormal and shows from the UK, check out www.stokedhaunted.com. And I'm not even gonna try it. So Zoe, go ahead and give everybody a boner. I mean, give it. Let us all salute. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Joe.
All right. The Uber of Westchester.
Agusha!
Yeah. Somewhere out there, Charlotte is going, what did I feel in my Captain Winky?
Oh, oh God! I'm never talking like that again.
Until next week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, until next week. Come on, Lance, say it.
By the shirt!
No, not that one. Every time we talk about Charlotte, go ahead. It is.
That is a man!
There you go. And Captain Winky just winked from that. So, hey, man. He is the Uber of Westchester, Johnny Perez. He's been really working hard. I've talked to him. He's going through a little bit of a tough time, so I'm hoping we'll see him back here. Check out BC Games, and well, before I do that, you can find Johnny on YouTube and Instagram. Just do the hashtag Uber of Westchester. Check out BC Games and more. BC and Mrs. A always giving us the nod every Tuesday night at 9:30 on Facebook. Just do hashtag BC Games and more, and they talk about everything from retro games, retro comics, figures, and all. So check them out. Let me toss it to the one that gave us all a boner. I mean, the one that gave us all a standing ovation. She is the vicious vixen herself, Zoe.
Oh goodness! I am the vicious vixen, Zoe Nightshade. I'm a member of the group Carnage over at Kentucky's on Wrestling. We actually have a lot of good news coming to Kentucky's on Wrestling tomorrow. If you guys want to catch them live, they will be in Monticello. Next weekend, if you want to catch them live, including me, you can come up to Shotville. We were just informed that we have been booked for several different fairs in the state of Kentucky. So, yeah, our promoter's been working their butts off. To stay up to date with that, you can go on Facebook on Kentucky's on Wrestling's fan page, like it to get those notifications. With me, though, you can find me on Zoe Nightshade. If you guys are into scary stories, I go live every Friday night, 10:30 p.m. Go over to the page, The Nightmare Vixen. Join me tonight. Got a very, really disturbing and graphic story ready for you guys.
All right. Let us go over to the Lance Man.
Well, every Wednesday night I go live on Let's Watch TV and Friends. I never know who's going to show up. And every Friday at 12:30, I'm still working on the time frame for Lance Moss TV or Lunch with Lance. Kind of working on the time frame for that. And also I put up a video most Fridays when I'm not feeling lazier than hell in the week, if I'm being honest with you. And well, you can hit me up on Twitter. It's at Lance Moss TV.
All right. Like for me, lunch with Lance begins at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that's kind of the setup that we've so far been keeping. I am Joseph Scoldra Knight. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Excuse me, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. There we go. And just do the hashtag Scoldran's Realm. You can find me on Twitter at Scoldran, or you could just bypass everything and go straight to www.scoldransrealm.com. I have blogs there. I have videos. I do games, videos, streaming. Viewers are going crazy. I appreciate it. Guys and girls just bought more t-shirts. So Willie, Lexus, Ryan, and Mark, you guys got t-shirts already. Willie started posting their pics up. I appreciate that. So check me out over there at Scoldran's Realm. And we are looking to run to rank 1 in Dead by Daylight. James, it's been a while. Tell everybody what's going on. Besides chasing Paige.
Oh my God. Well, when I'm not getting chased by people with pitchforks because I'm a referee for football, you can find me on Twitter at Fatboy504. I am on Twitch, but I have not streamed in a very long time. I might change that. I'm not too sure though, but I might do something classic, or I might go on my PS4. It really depends right now. I'm trying to get something for do stuff on the Switch to do streaming. And you find me on Twitch is twitch.tv/fatboy504. But anything else, I'm just really working. So yeah.
All right, and finally, he is the man who holds this insane group together. Rick, take it away, bud.
Well, I am the head of Hardcore Wrestling Radio, Rick Head, and every Monday night I cover the Raw play-by-plays. On March 10th, HWR will be doing our picks and previews for Fastlane. And actually, we'll be covering the pay-per-view. Excuse me. On the Friday, on the 8th, we will be doing our picks and previews. Shows you guys I've been smoking too much tonight.
Or not.
And I am also now doing a weekly In the Moment, where I will be covering certain topics. So check us out. That's over in the HWR chat room. We also have the latest news and rumors.
Yeah, one of the best things about HWR is like anything that pops up in wrestling, whether it be news, rumors, or something, check out the HWR chat room. We have dedicated people that post up news all the time. So if something happens, it's in the HWR chat room. You got to join the chat room. You got to be part of it in order to get that news and everything. So that's be part of that. Zoe, Lance, myself, Rick, and many others are always posted in there, so you got to be part of that. Also, we do sell t-shirts, so the logos you see in front of you are part of the t-shirts. So you can check out, get the Lance Moss TV shirt, Uber of Westchester, Stoke, Taunton, Vicious Vixen, mine, HWR's, who we still don't know who's on that cover of that shirt.
They look phenomenal, though.
Yeah, I would have to say he's got a lot of style. You know,
oh, it's Ric Flair.
No. Then it'll be a crippled old man in a walker silhouette.
But he's styled and profiled.
There you go. So with that, you know what? You can check us all out. Check that out. Just go to scoldransrealm.com. The t-shirts will be up for sale. So if you guys are interested, it helps support the channel and everything that we do. Again, support each of us on our different streams. So with this, we'll be doing our picks soon. So with that, folks, as for me and Four Corner Rants and the crew, we will see you next week at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And Lance?
Where the shirts? Hey, Zoe, where the hell is Paducah, Kentucky?
God, about 3 or 4 hours away from me.
Okay, that just answered everybody that watched any Ricochet WWE contents question.
Yeah.
Hey, remember, Honky Tonk Man is in the Hall of Fame now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see him come down there. I wonder if he's just going to go off and blow a gasket. So, I don't know. So, with that, folks.
They most likely will.
Yeah. Good night, everybody, and buy the shirts, indeed. Right?
Buy the
Lance?
shirt.
And we gotta come up with a better punchline, Lance.
I'm still afraid of the shirt idea.
Oh, he wants one shirt, Lance. Here we go. How about
Hey,
this?
you're the design
How about
guy.
this? I got it.
Are we still
no.
alive?
Yes, we're still live for this one moment. Lance, he found Captain Winky.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
I'm not doing that to